Want to say over there is where we're heading for. This is the old mill, what's left of it. You'll see what I mean when we get there, but it's a pump house mill kind of place. You'll see. Just look at the view from here. Show you the view. Quite windy up there. This is where I'm about to show you a close-up of. This is where the mill house used to be. Not much left, but I'll show you now. What you're seeing here is the remains of a steam-powered winding engine which bought second-hand from Magby Mine near Sheldon and was installed in 1847 to cope with the increase in ore and rock once the levels were being driven. This small engine had a 20-inch cylinder and its beam was wholly internal to the whole two-storey building rather than having one end protruding as was more usual. Externally, a raised inspection walkway to lead the machine set on plinths. The base of the slots for its 4 fastening bolts still remain here. These belts were held down either the gearing mechanism for an adjacent winding drum or crushing rollers documented have been powered by this engine. As you can see, this is the remains of one of the shafts, very deep down. $60 metres down. In 1834, one of the high-peak, most ambitious lead mining ventures was born when the High Peak Rake Mining Company was formed. The aim was to reach the rich lead ore beneath the thick layers of volcanic toadstone. The shaft sunk in 1768 and had failed because of the amount of water encountered. The new adventure using the 1830 state-of-the-art pumping technology was undoubtedly going to succeed. By 1852, when the mine closed, it was clear that the optimism has been misplaced. High Rake Mine was doomed from the start. With hindsight, the mine shaft was probably sunk in a volcanic plug which went down towards the centre of the earth. This is a quick diagram of the mine. We're standing just there, and that's where the deep shaft is. And the other, well, was filmed a few moments ago, just over there, and that's where the other chimney was. We were standing on, well, that shaft was just there, and we were standing on a raised platform, the site of the 1842 capstan used for lowering heavy items down the shaft. In 1853, a large gin engine was erected here to wind ore out of the mine after the steam engine had been sold off. There is now nothing to be seen of the demolished 1842 Smithy and Captain Workshop J, which is there. Let's go and take a closer look. This is where one of the chimneys was, as you can see. Not much left of the chimney now, but it's just the bottom part of the chimney. That would be where the smoke would have gone from there, through that grate there, all covered up, and through up the chimney up there. That's a diagram of what it used to look like, and then there you can see was a massive iron beam which pivoted on the bob well, so that went up and down. You've got the piston there, and which pumped the water up so they could get to the iron ore. I'll quickly go through it. The remaining part of the engine house contains the lower cylinder A, that bit there, fitted snugly into the left half. The base of this huge cast iron engine part was set at about a head high above the rock cutter floor on the platform, presumably supported by horizontal iron beams. Two timber posts B, right down at the bottom there, were placed vertically to support the platform from beneath. The high pressure upper cylinder C, just there, was within the next room. The piston rod D, just there, was connected to a massive cast iron beam E, which is that just there, which pivoted on the bob wall F, there, built thicker to take the weight. The other end of the beam was connected to a substantial timber known as a pump rod G, which is on just there. A set of these went down the shaft for near its full depth, which one timber strapped to the next. These moved up and down to operate the pump within the shaft that forced water up large diameter cast iron pipes H, which is just there. Between the engine house and this shaft is a condenser pit I, just there. This contained a large tank of water within which sat the condenser into which steam from the engine was passed. Cold water condensed the steam to form vacuum in the engine cylinder, giving its great power. Below were drain passengers J, right down at the bottom there, that took water leading to basement into the shaft K, which is there. Next to the condenser pit there is a raised stone platform L, which is, I can't see L. And I'll carry on. For a second large cast iron beam known as a balance bob. This rocking beam came into the shaft at an angle via a slot into the shaft side M, just there, and then had one end connected to the pump rods. The other N, can't see N, had a large pot filled with scrap iron in the pit that acted as a counterweight when the steam engine raised in the pump rods. The boiler beyond the engine house, it is a boiler house O, just there, again sunk into the ground due to the instability of its original walls. It had not been emptied into its full depth. The building contained a cylinder Cornish boiler which was 34 feet or 10.5 metres long and filled much of the building except for to a stoke area at the right hand end. To the left is the flue to the base of the large chimney P, which I think is way over there. That was L for earlier, for the condenser pit. My battery went there, so I've lost where I got up to now. So anyway, I think you get most of the idea. The Cornish engine was a complex type patented by Jameson, which combined a 36/70-inch cylinder with one above the other. In 1842, many thought this was the engine design of the future. It was made by Messrs. Graham and Co. at the Moulton Ironworks, Elscar, and installed by the engineer Samuel Trentworthy. Most pumping engines only had one cylinder, but at the height Rake engine had two. The lower cylinder was set below ground level to avoid having to build an excessively high engine house. The engine house was building nearby were built by William Moulton and of Froggatt. I'll quickly show you through that hole there. I think that was where, I'm not sure, but I think that might have been where the pump used to be. As you can see, it's very deep. I'm going to try and show you where that rod is, the pump rod. I'm going to show you where that went. That's where the building was. And that's obviously I can't lift that up because that's really heavy concrete, but I'm going to try. It's quite dark. Not quite too sure, but I can see it, but I don't know if you can see it. But there's a grit, very dark. But there is actually a little window with some iron bars across there. I don't know if it's very dark for the camera, but I can actually see it. But believe me, there is actually a little window with some bars across there. And obviously, this is like very. I'll probably need a crane to lift this up. Try with my mic, try and lift this up. Look, that will probably snap. Now that was that little window I was trying to show you earlier. I think you can just about see the bars. Down there's that very big shaft down there. So it would have gone up and down here. And that's the other side. Of the other side. So the pivot would have gone across here. And then down there. Something else I've just stumbled across. There's a little pipe here. You can just see the hole there, the pipe. I come across here, follow the line. And here's the other side of that pipe. So this must have been where the water got pumped through. And you can see it's a bit of an angle, so it's gone quite this stone. That must be one of the grinding stones where they grinded. Or one of the turning stones even. That's my quick history of the working and processing ore, that's spelled O-R-E, of the Rake mine. I hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching. It's a bit windy up here at the moment. It's been raining quite heavily today, on and off. Even had hail and stones today. Well, not stones, but it's been hailing today. And as you can see, it's quite patchy weather. Grey clouds with a patch of blue sky. As you can see. So thanks for watching. I hope you like the location of it. It's miles up from here. Just over there is the Hope Valley in Derbyshire. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.